This podcast is sponsored by ScienceBasedLearning.com. Discover your passion for languages with our innovative ebook, audiobook, and video system. Maximize retention using spaced repetition. Start your journey today.
Effective ways to test your language acquisition skills for adult learners. Discover how to accurately test your language acquisition skills and improve your adult language learning process with science-backed methods and tools. Testing language acquisition skills, how to measure your progress effectively. When you decide to learn a new language, especially as an adult, understanding how well you're progressing can be both motivating and eye-opening. But testing language acquisition skills isn't as simple as taking a multiple-choice quiz or reciting random vocabulary words. It requires a thoughtful approach based on key aspects of how we absorb, retain, and use language in real life. As someone passionate about the science of language learning, I've seen firsthand how adult language learners often struggle to find effective ways to evaluate their skills. So in this post, I'll walk you through the best practices for testing your language acquisition skills and why it matters to your overall language learning journey. Why testing your language acquisition skills matters. Testing is more than just a performance check. It serves as a feedback loop that guides your learning strategy and helps you identify both strengths and areas needing improvement. Without regular assessment, it's easy to stay stuck in ineffective routines or to overestimate or underestimate your true abilities. Language acquisition naturally involves multiple skill sets. Transparency. Farms that share their methods openly, engage directly with consumers, or participate in local farmers markets tend to have a stronger track record. Speaking. Producing coherent and timely language. Reading, processing written text. Writing, expressing thoughts in writing. Vocabulary and grammar, building the necessary foundation to communicate accurately. Each of these needs to be tested differently for a full picture of your progress. Types of tests to measure language acquisition skills. Listening tests. These are crucial because language learning is often rooted in auditory input. Challenge yourself with audio materials that range from beginner to advanced levels, such as podcasts, dialogues, or news broadcasts. After listening, try summarizing what you heard. You can also test comprehension with true, false, or multiple choice questions to check your retention. Speaking tests. Speaking tests are often underrated but vital. Record yourself speaking on specific topics or hold conversations with native speakers or fellow learners. Compare your speech to native examples focusing on pronunciation, grammatian, and fluency. Language exchange apps or online tutors can provide helpful feedback here. Reading tests. Try reading articles, stories, or sentences in your target language and then answer questions that measure your understanding. Tools like cloze exercises, where words are missing and you have to fill in the blanks, can also enhance your abilities. Writing tests. Writing involves active retrieval of vocabulary and grammar, making it a powerful indicator of acquisition. Start with short essays, diary entries, or emails, then get corrections from language communities or tutors to spot errors and improve gradually. Vocabulary and grammar. Quizzes. While not the sole indicator of language acquisition, these quizzes help you keep track of the building blocks of your new language. Spaced repetition systems, SRS, are particularly effective to measure how well you retain words and phrases over time. Incorporating real-life context in your testing. One of the hallmarks of effective adult language learning is how well you use the language in real-life situations. Testing yourself in contexts that mimic real conversations, situations, or content related to your interests keeps you engaged and puts your skills to the practical test. For example, if you enjoy cooking, test your skills by following a recipe in your target language or explaining the steps verbally. Such activities engage multiple skills simultaneously, reinforcing what you've learned. How technology can help test your language skills. With advances in language learning tech, testing doesn't have to be tedious or limited. Online platforms now provide comprehensive assessment tools that you can use anytime. Interactive quizzes that adapt to your current level. Speech recognition to check pronunciation and fluency. Timed reading tests to evaluate comprehension speed. Writing prompts with instant feedback. One such resource is ScienceBasedLearning.com. They offer a simple ebook, audiobook, and video language learning system combined with an online practice app that utilizes the science behind spaced repetition to maximize your learning and retention. Using spaced repetition is an excellent strategy for adult language learning because it helps solidify vocabulary and grammar over longer periods. Tips to optimize your language acquisition testing. Test regularly. Consistency is key. Incorporate small tests weekly rather than waiting months for big evaluations. Set clear goals. Know what you want to improve. Pronunciation, quick recall, or listening speed, and tailor your tests accordingly. Use varied materials. Diversify the types of texts or audio sources. This variation will prepare you better for real-world language use. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Testing is to learn, not to judge yourself harshly. Embrace errors as stepping stones. Track your progress. Keep a journal or digital record of your test results to stay motivated and spot patterns in your language acquisition. Final thoughts. Testing your language acquisition skills isn't just about ticking boxes. It's a strategic process that enhances your language learning journey. It offers insights that help shape your practice, build confidence, and ultimately turn passive knowledge into active language use. For adults looking to learn a new language, combining the right testing methods with proven techniques can lead to steady and measurable progress. If you want a system that wraps science-backed methods with practical tools, check out sciencebasedlearning.com. Their approach incorporates spaced repetition and multiple formats to help you test and retain your skills effectively. Remember, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. Regularly measuring your skills in meaningful ways keeps your learning purposeful and deeply rewarding.